Ba, 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 ba. Boy,
A rubber man, keys of a stacked fortune. Black kid with dreams by any means to seize himself, holding keys to a black portion. That American pie, he just want a portion. Product of that environment that he was forced in. Change course when it's out of control. Feel it down in my soul. Fast forward and foresee that fork in the road. Listen, mention you on the road, foreign car whipping. It's mind bending. Open your eyes, I'm bending the rules. Time ticking. The time's different on the globe where every soul trying to survive in it. That's the main concern. Whole hood celebrate when the tables turn, you see. Feels like I'm on the cusp. Great forever, forever's not long enough. It's just man once said the grind can't stop till letters in your name get bigger like cap locks. Still can't stall so far from your last stop. Death to the yes man, blind to mascots. Look past the moment and try to find your last opponent. Trying to find the answer before this life flashes past you. Blink of an eye, go ghost like a phantom. I'd rather imagine a whole block popping, toasting glasses. More life, no ashes to ashes. Live life fast with no crashes. You can picture that with no caption. Try to see the vision, no glasses. You can picture that with no cameras or flashes. You can just imagine. Still keep my hunger like fasting. Still keep it ghetto fab like putting money in the mattress. And that's just point blank. No biting my tongue. Be so frank. In your top 10, they don't rank. They asked me to change some things and no thanks back.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Won by the Philadelphia 76ers. Harris to Embiid. Short jumper stays out. Slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Simmons with it. Down just a couple. Got it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Kyrie with the rock. To Horford. Hayward. Surveys the floor. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Okay, Celtics last year, no Gordon Hayward, no Kyrie Irving. Now they have a load of expectations entering this year.
Now you think about when you have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, who really came into his own in the playoffs. Terry Rozier, who became Scary Terry, probably a guy that can start in the league, but now has to play a backup role behind Kyrie. This team is locked and loaded, and they're the favorite to win the East.
Kyrie across the timeline, looking to make something happen. And Gordon Hayward, zero hesitation as he knocks it down for three.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Horford. Gets it in the right corner. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Great pass to set it up. Cruises inside for 2.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Simmons to Butler. He gets it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. 3 for 4. Good start.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
Butler buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Sixers have it. Ah, the monster stuff.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Tatum, his first effort off the mark. Butler to bring it up by 3. Here's a chance from long range. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
To Irving. Horford. Irving. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Often because you're recognize that continuously move without the ball. Bang, that's how you set it.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Entering the game for the
Simmons.
number 51.
Nice pass to get things going.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Knock loose. Taken by the Sixers. Butler for 2. Not that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Boston with the basketball. To Hayward. Slams it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Simmons to Butler. Fires the 3. It's no good. Shot's not going down. To Hayward. Lets it fly from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. Redick with it. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Rozier into the front court. 5-point game. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The 76ers have first quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency. It was really high.
Well, the offense is hitting on all cylinders. Great ball movement, great shooting, great passing. But my goodness, has the defense been horrific. Can we do something about that, please, in the second quarter?
And a putback slam.
The right time plus the right place equals everybody eats.
That's a great formula. Celtics have it. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Kyrie Irving. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
That won't go. To Butler. Beyond the arc for three. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. To Rozier. For three is good.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Rozier with it. They trail by 2. Whoa! What a finish!
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
All by himself, creates his own shot there. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
To Simmons. Butler. Active fans to stay with it. We'll get a jump. Well, as they get ready for the jump, someone's going to come away with the basketball. Oh, Ben Simmons. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
4-3. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. Into the front court, it's Irving. His team down 9.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
And a nice finish at the rim. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. 9-point margin. To Jaylen Brown. Tatum. Not done yet. Slams it home on the putback. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Butler, not that time. Irving into the front court. Final minute, first half. Shot from the lane won't go. Nothing going here on that drive. To Redick. J.J. Redick. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Simmons. It's rebounded by the Celtics. Brown into the front court. He'll run the offense. Tatum still has a hit from deep in the first half. No good. Simmons into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons. To Butler. Nice pass to set things up. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end. And a great start for the 76ers.
The 76ers entered halftime with a solid lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Celtics were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen.
Player of the half.
Butler really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
The 76ers. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Irving with the basketball. His guys down 11. Tatum. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
To Simmons. Curling inside. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
He was 0 for 6 to start. Let's see if that 3 turns things around.
Well, there's this old saying, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. This is why you've been practicing in the offseason so hard. You never let 1 miss deter you from taking the next.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A 3-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Horford. Joel Embiid swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Butler. Well, the hunt shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
To Jaylen Brown. Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2. Kyrie Irving now 3 for 9.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Kyrie can't connect. Redick with it. His guys holding the big lead. Simmons. They need something to go down. It's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Irving. Nice finish at the rim.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Butler to Redick. Fires the 3. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And a pass stolen by Boston. Passed it off. Hayward. Not that time. Short jumper won't fall. Brown with it up top. Down a bundle. Hayward buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, first off, energy and persistence conquer all things. But look at the way they're setting screens. Look at the way they're communicating to each other. They're actually hitting people on those screens, and they're coming off those screens with their hands in a target area, ready to shoot the basketball. When you play the game with that kind of precision and that kind of energy, you see why they're in the league.
Simmons to Embiid. Al Horford able to recover with the block. Celtics have it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And he finishes at the rim.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Harris to Butler. Redick. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Less than a minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not going down here.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Redick. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Embiid, good for 2. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Three quarters down, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Sixers control it.
Everyone gets free pizza.
Butler to Embiid. Jimmy Butler for two. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Oh, emphatic slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Rozier. Irving. Off the iron. No good. To Butler. And count the basket.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Butler into the front court. His team on top by 13. And the basket good at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Butler.
Hey, Switch, I got him. I know you see this mismatch.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach how
Good.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Irving from long range. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that one.
Butler goes to the left side. To Butler. Layup goes down. Well done.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Count it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Butler, add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Great dish to set it up. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Butler. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice post.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Jimmy Butler at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Here's Irving into the front court. His guys down big. Tatum shot misses. Redick with it. Looking to make something happen. Butler. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Irving brings the ball up court. Joel Embiid, huge block. Butler to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Ben Simmons pins it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. And counted at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. J.J. Redick, 4 out of 7.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Defense all over Rozier. Can't connect. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up for Jay Williams and our entire crew.
The 76ers could not have been more dominant.
Player of the game.
Butler was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.